Much of Green Country endured an icy Monday. Smaller cities worked to keep roads and utilities active and safe, even while many people stayed home. Before reporting in the storm tracker for us, 2 News Oklahoma's Samson Tamajani covered the story from Catoosa.
Thank you for calling the City of Glenpool. We are currently closed.
All city offices are closed today due to inclement weather.
Due to inclement weather, City Hall will be closed.
Northeast Oklahoma's smaller municipalities chose either an early closing time or closed altogether, and with good reason. And while ice days like Monday don't necessarily bring out the tourists here in Catoosa, city workers are still on high alert to make sure that streets and utilities are usable.
In about 30 minutes, everything turned white.
Catoosa City Manager John Blish says he showed up to work even though most of City Hall closed to ensure services kept up with demand amidst the freeze, keeping his phone number available for anyone to call. The city also announced that nobody on the cutoff list would go without their utilities.
With the temperatures being below freezing, we never cut anybody's water off, and it's just a courtesy. We want to make sure people have the basic needs in which the city can supply.
Some steeper streets in Catoosa had to close once ice got heavy, but Blish says teams of plow and sand trucks take care of the rest of the 7-square-mile city, whether the many local businesses stay open or not.
This is a hometown for me. I mean, I have been here a long time, and I want to take care of the people that help take care of the rest of us.
In Catoosa, Samson Tamajani, 2 News, Oklahoma.
The city of Tulsa has all hands on deck working to keep the streets clear for drivers. Starting at midnight, they'll have more than 200 people working shifts around the clock until Thursday. In Tulsa Hills, we saw city trucks using snowplows to clear the roads. The city says they saw a lot of sleet accumulation today because of how quickly it came down. They have dozens of salt spreaders and 4 brine trucks that are treating the 1,700 lane miles across town. 2 News anchor Naomi Kitt talked with Tulsa's street maintenance manager, who's encouraging drivers to stay off the roads.
There's still a lot of people that are traveling on the roads, and so we have to work around that. People are driving too fast. People drive around our equipment. They need to just kind of stay back and let the employees do their work on the roadway.
The city has closed the road leading to Turkey Mountain because they say it's just too dangerous right now. McCorkle says any refreeze that they're seeing tonight will be handled with brine. You know, weather like this really hits the homeless population very hard, but there is a project underway that's aimed at helping them. The first home in a tiny home village is officially built in Tulsa through the City Lights Foundation of Oklahoma. The goal for City Lights Village is a community of 75 tiny homes. They will be $400 a month, and last Saturday there was a dedication ceremony for the first house donated by the Ritchie family on behalf of their friend Dave. Dave is on a plaque in front and was once homeless, but the family brought him in and helped him get a job. Like Dave, John Phillips is holding out hope. Positive opportunities will present themselves.
I just have to wait and keep trying hard every day and praying to God, and I'm sure I'll turn around in the near future.
Sarah Grounds, the executive director of City Lights Foundation, says the village will also have a community center and laundry facility. So far, 4 houses have been donated. And for those who are in need of a safe and warm place to stay, the warming stations in Tulsa include John 316 Mission on North Cheyenne, the Salvation Army Center of Hope on North Denver, and the Tulsa County Emergency Shelter over on Charles Page Boulevard. Now, 2 News always brings you complete coverage from across Green Country, so you're prepared, not scared. You can stay up to date with us on air, online, and of course with our free 2 News app. Now, away from the weather, a scary moment today at Hillcrest Medical Center in Tulsa. The whole building going on lockdown this morning when gunshots rang out. It happened at the hospital at 11th and Utica. Workers heard gunshots. They saw someone running across the Sky Bridge just before 3 this morning. Police tell us 2 people were fighting with a third when that person pulled out a gun and started shooting. Nobody was hit, but officers did find bullet holes in several cars. Police tell 2 News they found the victim, but the suspect took off. Hillcrest is no longer on lockdown, and officers say all 3 people knew each other. New at 10, heavy sleet and freezing temperatures. They didn't stop a 4-star general from visiting Oklahoma Guardsmen at the Tulsa Air National Guard base today. General Daniel Hokanson, Bureau Chief of the National Guard and member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, also held a roundtable with community leaders explaining the current mission of citizens who serve as soldiers and airmen.
And the ability to work together and basically maintain our facilities and access is the best thing that we can do.
General Daniel Hokanson spoke frankly with city, aerospace, and airport leaders, sharing some of the Guard's needs.
Making sure that whatever facilities we have can continue to support that mission set.
The general also outlined his goal of a new incentive for people to sign up, free health care, benefiting the Guard member and their employer.
And also, you could all help us recruit. We're always working on that. So if you know any men or women talented that want to serve their country and still be part of their community, we would love to have you send them our way.
You mentioned, I wish people could see the work that Guardsmen and women are doing both here in the state and around the world. What message would you share with that?
You would be amazed to what our young men and women do, not only for the defense of our country, but also for our partners and allies, and frankly, what they do during disasters here in America. They've got a smile on their face because that's what they signed up to do. And the chance to do that and make a difference is really important to them and to our country and to all of our allies and partners.
Those allies include the Ukrainian military, which he told me the National Guard began helping after Russia invaded Ukraine nearly 9 years ago.
And since then, Guardsmen have been training Ukrainian soldiers and airmen and really helping them develop and learn, fix the lessons that they had learned in 2014. And you're really seeing that now with their ability to really be toe-to-toe with the Russia and a much larger army.
Now, Tulsa is not the general's only stop. Tomorrow, he travels to the Army ammunition plant in McAllister. He's going to check on production there. Also new at 10, Ascension St. John and Owasso celebrating the opening of a new ICU. A ribbon cutting held today for the new 18-bed unit. Officials told us the $8 million investment has 4 ICU beds and 14 progressive care beds. It is expected to serve 1,500 patients a year and provide more than 50 new jobs to the Owasso community. The project complements the recent expansion at Ascension St. John in Broken Arrow. Next at 10, a local nonprofit working to keep pets safe from this winter weather, the ways they help pet owners, and how you can get involved. I'm Karen Larson. You're watching 2 News Oklahoma at 10. Countless schools in our area are closed tomorrow because of the inclement weather. But one district in our area is taking snow days to a whole new level. Broken Arrow Public Schools, they have a specialized team to help them decide whether or not to close. They call it the Snow Team, and it consists of 40 members from various departments within the district. When the weather gets bad, the team makes sure all roads, driveways, and parking lots in the district are safe. Roger Shepard, the director of maintenance with BA Public Schools, says the Snow Team is responsible for every site in the district, and there are 37 in all. A local nonprofit is working to keep animals that are out in the elements safe from this cold weather. Unchain OK typically helps dog owners who keep their pets chained up outside by providing them with a lightweight tether. The nonprofit also helps pet owners who need some extra assistance keeping their pets safe from different weather conditions. During the summers, Unchain Oklahoma will drop off small plastic pools so dogs in need will have a place to cool off. And today the volunteers dropped off supplies to keep dogs warm in the cold. One woman we spoke with is raising her 3 grandchildren, and she says this help was extremely appreciated.
I am overwhelmed. I went through a transition where I lost my job because I'm taking care of my grandchildren. And then my son's kids, they brought these dogs here and I didn't. I was fending on how I can fend. And I'm on a fixed income. So I am gracious. I'm about ready to tear.
Unchain OK is a nonprofit, and most of the supplies they give away are from donations. So if you're interested in donating or volunteering, you can find this story on our website. It's kjrh.com. You could tell the dogs were happy, the owner was happy, everybody was happy to see that shelter be provided, because this is a tough time for anyone to be out in this cold, Annie.
Absolutely, not only with the sleet, but we're talking wind chill values that are pushing like to the zero, almost sub-zero as we go into the overnight hours. So it's important to make sure you have multiple ways to stay warm. Right now we're taking a live look after that sleet made its way through. I'm sure you heard some of that thunder coming in. Anything's possible, right, Karen? As we're taking a live look, roadways are getting better because we got a break in that precipitation, but there are still some isolated slick spots with our temperatures remaining below freezing. Highways are looking good, but my observation on the way in, north and southbound main roads, so we're talking Peoria, Lewis, Harvard, those are looking good, but by the time you get over to 41st, 31st, those still need some work, and we are so appreciative of our crews out there working hard to clear those roads. In terms of those sleet totals, as we're looking at these numbers right now, here's what we came up with as we're looking at 0.7 of an inch for Jinx, Sapulpa, 0.9 of an inch as well. Kansas, Oklahoma, just over an inch. Impressive sleet totals across the area. Now, what we're looking at for tomorrow, we do have a secondary round. We're looking at 1/10 of an inch, so not quite as much as what we had today. We're not anticipating any thunder sleet as well. There could be some isolated higher totals, but for now we're going to stay under 1/10 of an inch. In terms of ice or glaze on top of what we've already seen, we could see an additional 1/10 of an inch. Now this would be for south of Tulsa, so we're talking I-40 and south of that. With that, we do have a winter weather advisory that remains in effect until tomorrow morning, up until 6 a.m. Wouldn't be surprised if we get this extended for our area with additional precipitation coming in, but a winter storm warning remains in effect as well, just south of Tulsa for tomorrow morning, going into tomorrow morning until 6 a.m. Here's what we're looking at on future track. We do have cloud coverage. North winds are also remaining with us, and we're going to keep those north winds around with that precipitation sliding in at about 10 a.m. tomorrow, looking to lift from south to north, and so this will be driving in. Again, not seeing any thunder sleet out